supposed to be an emotional scene, and then she had to chime in with her. You're right. Like, shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. If your strawberry shortcake looking ass didn't commit the assassination, we wouldn't be here in the first place. Yeah, I apologize in advance. That nigga's sick right now, but anyways, the name of this was finna be crazier. I decided to calm down. I might change the name of part 2 to what I was finna name this. But anyways, I ain't gonna lie to you, I've never been more driven to talk about an anime just because of one person. Well, also because of the ending of the anime, but it's mostly because of this. She dead ass got me hot. Every time I see her, I just wanna chuck out a window. You're probably saying,
man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
well, you gonna see my point later on in the anime. The anime today is Out Noah Zero. I'm only talking about the first season, hence why it's called part 1. Let's see, I got 44 subs right now, so if I can get at least 15 likes on this, I'm gonna do season 2 a lot earlier. But yeah, this has already been a long intro. Let's get into it. Cue the intro.
マジか。領域展開。無料空所。
So we open up and we get to see our first 2 people who are really going to be important in the anime. Apparently, they from Mars and Shorty asking him about Earth since she ain't never been. So we zoom out and of course they're in space. And in the background, what appears to be the remains of the moon in half. Maybe Saitama was there. So next we get to meet the main guy, the big boss, the nonchalant redhead without the dreads. You know. And Ho is right, but let's not get into that. It's way too early. So after they colonized Mars, they've been beefing with Earth ever since. So now it's mandatory that every student has to know how to use one of these. Me personally, I love everything Gundam or big robots. That's why I love Pacific Rim so much. I've been that every day putting up A+ scores. So it turns out she the princess of Mars and she going down to for peace treaty. So she just saying bye. So after the princess was broken into more pieces than Humpty Dumpty, of course they declare war against Earth and all of them drop down to Earth ready to box. But before that, what do you think happens when something of this size drops down? That thing dropped and delivered the same power as a nuke. Not only was the entrance big, but when it came time for them to battle, they were handling business. Now obviously they have better equipment, so they can't really do much. So as they evacuating their people, the Martians pull up and we get to see the people who plotted the assassination. So turns out the assassination was plotted by the Mars people, so they had a reason to go to war with Earth. And of course, that boy had to tie up some loose ends. But only this stupid they burst. So he starts chasing her down. But luckily for her, they showed up. But they were not so lucky. She gets put in this truck. But now they gotta run for their lives because that boy is unstoppable. And they did make it out. Well, besides one casualty. But as soon as they made it out alive, they decided, you know what? Nah, I can't let it slide. They killed my boy. I gotta get back in blood. So they figure out that the only way he can see them is with cameras from the sky. So their best bet is to block his view. And it went just as planned. And now it was time for that boy to go into action.
油圧チェック、温度チェック、回転数ノーマル、フォースフィードバックチェッキングプログラムスタート。エジェクションシート正常、 IFF 確認、戦術データリンクアクティベート。お出ましよ。システムオールグリーン、ホールドオープン。
So they get in chase, but they get stopped, and with the biggest plot twist ever, turns out the princess is alive. But that buys enough time for them to take that boy down. He stabs him, then ups the pole on him.
友達の分だ。
But they only took down the robot, not the pilot, because he survives. So this nigga who loyal to her after figuring out they were the ones who tried to kill her, he finishes the job. Yeah, pause right there. I just want to remind you, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. Like, let's continue enjoying and making all this content, all this anime and other videos. I be losing sleep over. And with your help, I can continue to grow the channel. So leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed so far, and let's get back to the regular scheduled programming. So not knowing if he finished her off, they just decided, you know what? Why not just wipe Tokyo off the map? And now we finna get into the parts of the story where I'ma start crashing out randomly. So they chatting it up. She wants that boy to show her around the ship, and she back here hating like, what you mad for? Anyways, so now everything calm, everybody reflecting, finally getting some time to mourn. But those peaceful times ain't even last long, because as soon as they get to their destination, they get attacked. And of course, they couldn't hold them off. They brought a gun to a high-powered sword fight. So the engine is damaged, they can't go nowhere. They need time to fix it. So who gonna step up? Of course our boy gonna step up to save the day. And that he did. He bought enough time. The cavalry arrived, and they made that boy fall back. But that boy was not gonna take a L because days later, that boy pinned back for round 2. But he thought they weren't prepared for him. Well, they were not, except for our boy, because he made that nigga into a pack.
Tokyo's bail out.
That boy caught his first body and he was unfazed. He ain't got dreads, but he do got bangs. You can call that nigga a nonchalant banghead. So after putting his enemy meters under the sea with Ariel, they head off to a abandoned island to take shelter to stock up. But luck is never on their side because they run into another enemy. At this point, just stay away from land because y'all always getting attacked. So she out there swinging, well, flying her fist basically, shoot out and she can control them. Now yes, they were getting pieced up, but they just switched to heavier rounds and just used that to divert the arm's initial trajectory. But just when it seemed like their plan was gonna fail, the dude up the Tully and saved them, but that only made him a target and that boy was flying the heck out that ship. He wasn't no rookie. So this cave opens up so the civilians enter there and they continue running the ones outside. Meanwhile, Shawty feeling bad because if she didn't come to Earth, the assassination wouldn't have happened. It was supposed to be an emotional scene and then she had to chime in with her, "You're right," like shut up. Like shut the fuck up. If your strawberry shortcake looking ass didn't commit the assassination, we wouldn't be here in the first place. Ooh, that's why her daddy got evaporated. I hope her big forward airport tarmac looking ass dies. So he hops on and then they get to whooping ass. They was destroying all her arms, but they did not need to fight for long because she revealed herself and they popped up in the battleship and killed her. As for the hell, he served his purpose. And I mean, when I say this, for the first time, they actually got to relax. And now, finally, we reached to the point where you can see why I would smack her to the other side of the universe. Like, she almost hold everybody. And they were nice enough to put her in a cell. I would have left her bitch ass out there with a few supplies and left her ass in the snow. She missed her daddy so much. I'd leave her ass out there so she could go meet him. I'ma need a minute, bro. I'ma need a minute. Anyways, when they finally get to the safe house, she finally gets to tell the Mars people that she is alive and to stop the war.
Stop the violence.
But them boys was like, nah, we need this. And they go to finish the job. They drop down to Earth and infiltrate the safe house so they could finish the so-called assassination. But them boys was not gonna go down that easy. She hops onto the ship and they deep out of there, but they were not gonna leave without getting their get back. So they plan on sneaking onto the ship and making her shut down their overdrive. So their entire army attacking their weapons would stop working. That boy suited up and they drop in like they're about to take on Godzilla or something. But while they were dropped, the ship took some damage, so they said, you know what? if we going down, we gonna at least make something of it. So after they crashed the ship, they got the opportunity to enter, but of course it wasn't gonna be that easy because they would have to box for it. But luckily that boy was the king of 1v1s, and as she turned off the I'll know, he got snuck. And after her nigga got snuck, she went to check on him, and after that we lost 2 MCs.
私はここにいます。
Oh my God, my Shayla, my Shayla.
And yeah, that's how the show ends. Well, season 1. I'm gonna make part 2, but not anytime soon though. I hope y'all enjoyed it. See, I kept my promise. The video came early. I don't know about the next one though. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all.
30 hertz straight up.
I gotta keep a pop yeah. Put a red ribbon on me. Fly away on Nimbus, yeah. Headed up the commies. I need me a bag full of sensu to get me back started. You don't even know what I've been through. The strain is hyperbolic. I ain't had a session in a minute, but I'm back. Let me finish. I'ma throw on the shade.